Very good morning, students. I am teacher Salunke TP from Sri Shivaji Vidya Mandir and Junior College, Aun, Pune. I welcome all of you in this session of English language. Students, in the previous session we started the topic that is voice. In that session we discussed the term voice. In addition, I also explained what is active voice, what is passive voice, and so on. Students, when we are asked to transform the active sentence into passive sentence, we must understand all the steps and rules of this process of transformation. But before we discuss all the steps and rules of this process of transformation, we also need to understand the different entities or elements the active sentence consists of. You must understand all these elements in detail. So when we think of these different elements, a question arises in our mind. Which question? The question, which different elements or entities does active sentence consist of? Students, each active sentence consists of subject, object, helping verb, sometimes hidden like in simple present tense or in simple past tense, verb form or verb. Tense, I mean each active sentence is in particular tense, and singularity and plurality of the object. Therefore, all these elements like subject, object, helping verb, verb form, tense, singularity, plurality of object need to be discussed if we want to transform the active sentence into passive sentence. So in this way, therefore we need to understand here what is subject in the sentence. What is the object of the sentence? How many helping verbs are there? And when do we select particular helping verb while converting into passive sentence or into passive voice? Is there any relation between the selection of helping verb and the tense of the active sentence? What is past participle form of the verb? Tense and active passive voice, singularity and plurality of the subject, and so on. So students, let us begin with the element of the sentence or elements of the sentence, subject and object. Students, when we study active voice and passive voice, we need to have thorough knowledge of following elements of a sentence. Let the sentence be in active voice or passive voice. We must know following things in detail. Which are these elements? Let us see as follows. The first is the subject of the sentence. The second is the object of the sentence. The next is the helping verbs which occur in the sentence. The fourth is verb and its past participle form. The fifth is the tense of the given sentence. The next is the singularity and plurality of the object that is at the end of the sentence. The seventh is a type of sentence in the sense that sometimes there are some structures apart from standard pattern of the tenses. Students, let us move to the first and the second point from our list, that is subject and object. I will explain with the help of example. Let us look at this sentence. The man guided his son. Students, in this sentence, the expression the man is the subject of this sentence. Why? The man is the subject because subject is a group of words which denotes a doer of action. In other words, Subject is a part of sentence that shows who is performing the action described in a sentence. If you read this sentence, who is doing the action of guiding? The answer is the man. Therefore, the man is the subject in this active sentence. Most of the time, we are under the wrong impression that the first word of the sentence is the subject of a sentence. But it's wrong. The subject may contain more than one words. It can be said that words related to the doer of action are the part of subject. Let us see this sentence. If I add a word old before a man, then we will have the subject the old man. Okay? In this way, when we transform active voice into passive, we must point out or identify the complete subject from the given sentence, as we are going to write this complete subject at the end of the passive voice. If you fail in identifying the complete subject or correct subject, your transformation of active sentence into passive may not be correct. Therefore, you must be careful while identifying the subject from the active sentence. So, identification of subject is the first significant step in this process of transformation. Students, let us see how subject is swapped or exchanged with the object. We will transform the same sentence into passive voice. In the first sentence, the man is the subject, guided is a verb, and his son is the object. I will discuss about verb and object in the next session. In this session, we will see how both subject and object are shifted or exchanged. Students, when we transform active voice into passive voice, subject is written at the place of object and the object is written at the place of subject. In this sentence, the man is the subject and his son is the object. It means that the subject, the man, has to be placed at the end of the passive voice and the object, his son, has to be written in the beginning of the sentence. This is how active voice is transformed into passive voice. In the same way, the sentence, the old man guided his son, will be transformed into passive voice. Here in this sentence, the old man is the subject which should be placed at the end of the passive voice and the object, his son, should be located in the beginning of the sentence. Students, these both the sentences begin with the man and the old man. Both these components are noun phrases with common noun man. So when the subject is either noun phrase or proper noun such as name of a person, in these cases the noun phrase or proper noun is switched as it is at the place of object and vice versa. I mean, if the object is anything but not a pronoun, it is placed as it is in the sentence. But when the sentence begins with the pronouns like I, we, you, he, she, it, they, or when one of these pronouns is the subject of the active voice, we need to convert this pronoun in its objective case while transforming into passive voice. We do not write this pronoun as it is at the end of the sentence. Students, you need to make sure that you have to convert the pronoun which is the subject in active sentence into its objective case in the passive sentence. Similarly, when there is a pronoun in its objective case at the end of the sentence as object, we need to shift that objective case and change into nominative case in the beginning of the passive sentence. Let me explain with the help of example. I read the example. I scolded him yesterday. If we look at this sentence, while converting into passive voice, first mark out subject and object from the given sentence. I know that I have not discussed how to identify object yet. I will explain how to identify object after it. Okay. In the sentence, I scolded him yesterday, a pronoun I is the subject as it is a doer of action. The action of scolding is being described in this sentence by the word scolded, therefore it is a verb. Thirdly, him is the recipient of action, I mean him receives the action, therefore him is the object. Okay, now we want to transform this sentence into passive voice. Let us interchange the position of subject and object. Remember, I told you when pronoun is shifted at the place of object, it has to be converted into objective case. And also the objective case of pronoun functioning as the object in active voice, this objective case has to be converted into nominative case in passive voice. In this way, in passive voice, I becomes me and him becomes he. Students, let me remind you once again, if you swap these pronouns as it is, I mean without converting into their nominative and objective case, your sentence in passive voice will be wrong. Of course, after this, I am going to tell you the nominative and objective cases of all the pronouns so that you can use them without mistake. Okay, now our correct answer of this sentence is into passive voice, he was scolded yesterday by me. So I hope you must have understood how to convert pronouns from nominative case to objective case and objective case to nominative case. Students, when pronouns function as a subject of active voice, let us see how these pronouns are converted while transforming active voice into passive voice. See, I, the pronoun I is converted into me, the pronoun we is transformed into us, the pronoun you is transformed into you, the pronoun he is transformed into him, she is transformed into her, it is converted into it, and the pronoun they is transformed into them. So out of these 7 pronouns, the pronouns you and it remain as it is while transforming the active voice into passive voice. Students, when objective case of pronouns function as an object in the active sentence while converting into passive voice, they have to be transformed into nominative case in the beginning of the passive sentence. Let us see one more example. I read the sentence, Ramesh congratulated me in the morning. Students, this is active sentence. In this sentence, Ramesh is the subject, congratulated is the verb, and me is the object of the sentence. Now, the passive sentence will begin with the object of active sentence. What is the object of in the active sentence? That is me. In the passive sentence, me will be converted into the pronoun I. As I told you earlier, as Ramesh is the proper noun, it remains as it is. Therefore, the passive sentence will be in this way. I was congratulated in the morning by Ramesh. The sentence is from simple past tense and the pronoun I is in a singular form. We have used the helping verb was and the third form of the verb congratulated. I will discuss the selection of helping verb and tenses in the next session. I hope you must have understood the subject, the object and transforming of pronouns in this process of transformation. I conclude my lecture here. I stop here. Thank you.